Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Legend, and I'm back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. But without further ado, let's get into this intro so we can start this what if.
Give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Naruto wiped away his tears. After recalling the events of his childhood, it left him in a sensitive state. Naruto stood from the hospital bed that he sat on and walked over to Orochimaru. "Can we go and get a racken now?" Orochimaru looked down at the new Uzumaki. He then nodded as the two went off to go and get his animal companions. The two of them leaving caused everyone else to leave the room, dispersing. Kushina was going with Minato, Jiraiya leaving with Tsunade, Sarutobi going back to the office with Sakamo following in tow. Fugaku went back to the clan grounds, thinking of the possible preparation that his father may have to make. Hayashi went back to his compound, not caring too much for the new and skilled Uzumaki. Sarutobi had a lot to do. If Naruto wanted to become a shinobi of the leaf, he would have a lot to go over with him, but he personally didn't have the time to go over everything with him. He took in everything that he learned from the boy. He had the Sharingan. He was half Uzumaki and half Uchiha. He had a strange but slightly familiar chakra. He was close with his animal companions. He had an obvious crush on Kushina. Sarutobi chuckled at that. The new Uzumaki was also very proficient in the fundamentals of taijutsu. He was actually better in taijutsu than a lot of his most experienced jonin. His frame was strong and athletic, almost as though he were built for long and drawn out fights. The only thing he needed to know about the boy was how his mind worked. Sarutobi shook his head. If he continued to think like this, he would turn the Uzumaki boy into a weapon. He didn't want to do that, but just the thought of how good Naruto was with little to no training was astounding. He couldn't even fathom how good he would be if he had the proper training. And the fact that Naruto also seemed to be a censor was even better. "Hokage-sama." Sarutobi came out of his thoughts. "What is it, Sakamo?" Sakamo looked out of the window behind the village leader. "With all due respect, why have you asked me to follow you here? I still have a 5-year-old boy to look after." Sarutobi knew that Sakamo had a point. "Yes, you're right. I need you to train Naruto. I only want you to train him in Kenjutsu. You are the best in the village when it comes to the art of swords. If you'd like, I could even pay you to train him." Sakamo nodded as he left, with Minato and Kushina. The two lovers walked through Kushina's doors of her home. The redhead let out a sigh as she removed her shinobi sandals. Minato did the same before he shoved Kushina into the wall, holding her there, catching her by surprise. He then forcefully pressed his lips to hers as he gripped her clothes. He pulled back and Kushina laughed. "Rather aggressive today, are we?" Minato was already removing his jonin vest along with Kushina's, not caring for her comment. Kushina paled. There was no way he was trying to do what she thought he was trying to do right now. They agreed to wait till after the war. "Mina-kun, what are you doing?" Minato picked her up by her thighs as she gripped his neck and wrapped her legs around him as to not fall. He walked to her bedroom and placed her onto the bed. He grabbed at the waistband of her pants and pulled them off as she immediately closed her legs in embarrassment. Minato himself then removed his own pants. Minato looked down at the blushing Kushina. She had her hands in between her thighs and her legs closed. Minato, I'm not really comfortable with this. It's just too sudden for me. Where is this aggression even coming from? Minato got on the bed, hovering over Kushina. You are mine, and mine alone. What the fuck? Where was that even coming from? Minato leaned down and slammed his lips onto Kushina's as he spread her legs, allowing himself access to what he considered his. He broke the kiss, moved her pant. Alright, fam. You obviously know what's about to happen, but it's not about to happen the way some of you might think it is, and it's going to happen the way some of you might think it's going to happen. So yeah, obviously I can't read this on the tube, so I'm gonna have to skip forward just a tiny bit, so give me a few. Alright guys, we back, and I skipped forward just a tiny bit. Minato went to lay with Kushina, but she snapped at him. Get away from me. Get the fuck away from me. Better yet, leave. Get the fuck out. You took advantage of me just because of some dumbass, cryptic reason, just because we both are interested in each other. I told you I wasn't ready. I was uncomfortable. But all you said was, I am yours alone. Screw you. Leave me alone. I can't even stand to look at you right now. Kushina was crying as she curled up into a ball. Her legs were shaking and her breath was coming in and out heavy. With Naruto, he walked through the doors of Orochimaru's home. He walked through the dark interior as Orochimaru led him to the back room. The two of them walked up to a medium-sized tank that was made for reptiles. Naruto removed the lid and stuck his arm into the tank as Arakan slithered up into his sleeve and came out of the collar of his shirt. He then looked at Orochimaru. Can you tell me where the Inuzaka compound is? Orochimaru could have told him where it was, but he just decided to just take him there. The two of them made it there within a few minutes. As they walked to the animal clinic that was in the compound, the two of them got many stares, both curiosity and fascination. They finally arrived at the clinic, and a woman with a rather large bosom looked up, and her eyes immediately was drawn to the redhead. She found him very cute. Tasumi, have you finished patching up the Uzumaki boy's companion? This shocked the 17-year-old woman. You mean to tell me that the aggressive black wolf belongs to him? Orochimaru nodded, and the woman disappeared into the back room before she came back out with Sheva, who had a muzzle over her snout. Naruto instantly growled as he glared at Tasumi. Get that off of her right fucking now! Tasumi heard the venom in his voice and growled. Who do you think you're talking to? Naruto was upon her in an instant, nose to nose with the feral woman. His hand clamped down on her wrist that was now pressing up against the wall. Obviously, I'm talking to you. You placed a muzzle on her as though she was a threat. She's afraid, and you only instilled more fear into her by taking away her only defense. For a clan that claims to be one with canines, you don't even know the simplest thing about them. Naruto removed the muzzle from Sheva and did the same with the leash. Tasumi had a blush on her face. The dominance the boy showed was intriguing. She was so in her thoughts of arousal that she didn't even realize the three figures leave the clinic. As the three walked, Naruto came to an abrupt stop. He then gained a look of panic as he quickly looked around, a frantic look on his face. Where am I going to live? I have No place to stay! Naruto ran around in a circle, prompting the civilians to stop and look at him. Orochimaru's sweat dropped as he watched the strange scene in front of him. Soon an Anbu appeared at the scene. She was sent by the Hokage to bring the Uzumaki, but she arrived and saw him running in circles like an idiot. She watched for a few seconds before she got tired of looking at the scene. She flashed behind the redhead and grabbed a handful of his hair, trying to get his attention. That, however, turned out to be a mistake as she quickly pulled away from him, blood flowing from her left forearm. When did he even grab a kunai? Where did he even get it from? He had no weapons pouch. Orochimaru looked on in shock at the speed in which the boy moved at. He watched as the raven-masked Anbu jumped back. She only took a second to examine the wound inflicted onto her before she was forced to reach for her own Tanto blade. The Anbu herself was further shook when she saw the eyes of the boy. He had a fully mature 3-tomo Sharingan. Before she could react, she saw a snake leap from the boy's sleeve. Before she could even do anything, Naruto and the snake were grabbed mid-air by Orochimaru as he held the two back. Calm down, Uzumaki-kun. She's friendly. She poses no threat to you. She's only here to deliver a message. Naruto began to calm down, but his Sharingan remained active. A Raken slithered back into Naruto's shirt, and the Anbu placed her Tanto blade back in its scabbard. Hokage-sama would like to see you in his office, Uzumaki. The Anbu then vanished. She had to go and bandage her wound. Orochimaru placed a hand on the boy's shoulder and placed a hand on the black wolf next to him. The three of them then vanished into a Sunshin. The three appeared in front of the Sarutobi. He wasn't the only person in the room. Sakumo and another middle-aged man were also in the room. Sarutobi rose an eyebrow. How did Naruto arrive before his Anbu? Seconds later, the raven-masked Anbu flashed into the room. Her left forearm bandaged as a few bloodstains were visible through the bandages. Sarutobi looked at Naruto's eyes, seeing the active dojutsu, then looked at Raven's bandages. Orochimaru, do you care to explain why my Anbu is injured? Sakuma was interested in the story, but was let down by how short it was. Uzumaki-kun has PTSD. Your Anbu tried grabbing him by the hair while he was... Orochimaru looked at the redhead. While he was thinking of his lack of living arrangements. Sarutobi sighed. He completely forgot about that. Sarutobi then looked at Naruto. My apologies, Naruto-san, but I only see three options for you. For one, since you are half Uchiha, you could stay in the Uchiha compound with the rest of the clan. Option 2, since you're also an Uzumaki, you could stay with either Kushina or Tsunade. At the mention of Kushina, Naruto turned into a completely different person, with hearts in his eyes, at the thought of his crush, causing his Sharingan to deactivate. There was a stifled giggle that came from the dark corner that Raven was in as everyone looked over at the shadows of the corner. Sarutobi began to speak again. And finally, you could just live alone in your own apartment. Naruto quickly thought through the options and gave his answer. I'll take my own place. I don't know if the Uchiha clan would accept me or not, and I've lived alone for a while now, so living with Kushi-chan and Tsunade-san would take a lot of getting used to. Sarutobi nodded before speaking again. Now, on to why I've called you here. As you know, we are at war. So, I ask you, would you like to become a shinobi? You already have some of the qualities to become a powerful and feared shinobi. Naruto pondered for a second. He didn't have anything to lose, and if he just remained a civilian, he'd surely be bored. Plus, he would be able to learn about all the cool things they had talked about in the hospital. Alright, old man Hokage, I accept. Sarutobi smirked as he pulled out a blue leaf headband and tossed it to the redhead. He caught it and put it on. Raven, can you go and bring me Kagami and Kushina? Everyone felt the air pressure in the room shift as Naruto was daydreaming about Kushina. They all sat there in the office for a few minutes and they were all wondering what was taking Raven so long. Soon she arrived with a black-haired man the same age as Sakamo and a very unpleasant looking Kushina, who was also, well, giving off an odor of sweat, musk, a little bit of iron, and her hair was just frazzled and she was pale. She had tear stains on her cheeks. Raven was releasing a tad bit of killing intent that was permeating the room. Everyone looked at the poor sight that was Kushina. Naruto walked up to her and spoke. Kushi-chan, are you okay? Kushina just looked at him with the 1,000-yard stare. It's none of your business, Uzumaki. Now step back. Everyone heard the venom in the voice of Raven, and Naruto quickly stepped away. Sarutobi would deal with this later, but right now he had to get Naruto set. Alright, now that everyone is here, it's time to get down to business. Sakamo will be training Naruto in Kenjutsu, the basics of chakra and how it works. He will also be teaching him an advanced strategy. Kagami, I would like you to train Naruto to use his Sharingan and use ninjutsu theory. I also want you to train him how to use every weapon possible, things from swords to the niche things like coffee mugs. His speed is impressive, but I know he can go further in that area as well. And as for you, Kushina, I would like you to teach Naruto seals since he is an Uzumaki. That's if he doesn't know them already. You will all also help improve his general knowledge. All of you will be paid the amount of a B-rank mission until his training is complete. Sarutobi then tossed Naruto a set of keys as the redhead caught them. Orochimaru, show him to his apartment. Now, everyone but Kushina and Raven, you are dismissed. When they left, Sarutobi turned to Kushina with a dreadful look on his face. What happened? Raven removed her mask to show blazing red eyes, the three-tomo Sharingan, spinning wildly, a beautiful face framed with two raven-colored bangs. Her face was contorted with anger as she spoke. She was fucking raped. When I find out who did it, I will castrate them. And now, Raven was cut off. Are you done? Now, who did it, Kushina? Kushina finally looked up. Tears began to fall from her eyes. Minato. Both Raven and Sarutobi's jaws went slack. Can I leave now, Hokage-sama? Sarutobi nodded. The woman left. When the two of them came out of their stupor, Sarutobi spoke. Do not let Naruto find out about this. If he does, he will surely kill Minato for sure. The two of them fought on even ground while Naruto was still in the hospital, blindfolded. If he recovers and finds out, Minato won't stand a chance. Raven was disgusted. What do you mean? Don't let him find out. What do you mean? Minato will die. Sarutobi cut her off. Raven, I'll talk to Minato. He's a rising star in this war, and he's been assisting with many A and S rank raids and assaults. The village cannot lose him. Raven was enraged by this and left. She was done with her shift anyway. At the moment, she was thinking of ways to hurt Minato very badly. But guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. But without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.